everybody, and welcome to today's webinar hosted by Laser AI. Today we'll be speaking about the general AI versus laser AI in systematic reviews. And if you would like to learn more about laser AI, or if you would like to discuss the possibility of making use of laser AI, feel free to email me at kirsty.watson@evidenceprime.com. So as we all know, conducting systematic reviews can be a long and laborious exercise. Researchers worldwide are turning to AI tools to make this process faster and easier. And today we'll be discussing the benefits and limitations of ChatGPT and laser AI. My co-host Evelina Sadowska is our evidence synthesis specialist here at Evidence Prime, who has helped develop laser AI, and she will delve into how ChatGPT and specialized AI tools can be used. And myself, Kirsty Watson, the lead business developer here at Evidence Prime, will then take us through a demonstration of the tool. And once again, at the end of today's webinar, we'll have a Q&A session. So please feel free to ask any questions. I will now pass over to my co-host Evelina, who will discuss the differences and similarities between ChatGPT and laser AI. Over to you, Evelina.
Hello, everyone. My name is Evelina Sadowska, and as Kirsty mentioned, I'm part of a research and development team in laser AI. So we are responsible for making laser as useful and as helpful as it can be, and to make it suitable to standard of the methodology. So today, I'd like to tell you something about differences between general AI and laser AI. On the screenshots, in fact, you can see some titles from PubMed and from YouTube that encourage you to use general AI for systematic reviews. And as you can see, it was not so difficult for me to find these titles because it's pretty popular topic. And all of these titles suggest that you can do it really quickly with use of general AI, and it speed up the process even below 1 hour. So the assumption that stands behind these titles is that systematic reviews sounds pretty simple. Yeah, it's reading the papers and summarizing the evidence. And in fact, systematic reviews are one of the most complex tasks that researchers have. And the problem is that systematic reviews are difficult because it's really strict step-by-step process. And it's really hard because it has to be transparent, reproducible, and consistent over time. Yeah, so it's not only reading the papers, and core stage, as you probably know, include defining research question and then designing search strategy, searching multiple databases, and the next stage is the duplication of all of these records, screening the title and abstract and full text, data extraction, risk of bias, and documentation. So it's not about only doing tasks, but also planning, assessing, making some assumptions. So it's really demanding process. Yeah. And why systematic reviews are difficult? Let's be clear what systematic review really needs. So first, it needs a regulated workflow because it needs the same steps in the same order in any time. Yeah. Next, it needs management of thousands of duplicated references, PDFs, and data. Decision system tracking, because you have to go back. You need to go back to a specific decision to prove that you know what happened with these decisions. Next, persistent decision over weeks of time or months. Consistency with guidelines like Prisma, Cochrane. Next, replicability and transparency, and quality controlled pipeline. Sorry. And at this point, it's time to clarify what do we mean by these two types of AI. So Laser AI is specific research platform designed directly to accelerate evidence synthesis, including systematic reviews. And it includes the specific parts for each of the stages of systematic reviews. Whereas general AI like ChatGPT or Gemini, it's rather general purpose conversational large language models, which you probably all of you know. And let's go to differences between these two approaches, these two tools. And one of the most important difference is purpose, because Laser AI is built for evidence synthesis, like I said previously, whereas general AI tools are designed for a lot of topics, not one concrete, and it's rather for generic question answering and text generation. And the next difference that is somehow connected with the previous one is an interface, because Laser AI has an interface that supports systematic reviews, and general AI tools are generic. So as you know, it's a place to enter text, so it's not dedicated for the systematic reviews. And the screenshots show the example dashboard for Titan abstract screening. And as you see here, this dashboard includes all the features that are essential for this specific part of the systematic review, like config resolution, also distribution of records for this particular stage, also defining if it's double or single screening, and checking the progress of the whole stage and single participants. And another key difference lies in the models themselves and the way that they are used. Yeah, so in systematic reviews, models are expected to work on well-defined inputs and produce stable and predictable outputs. So in this case, it's not about creativity, but consistency. The answers of models have to be consistent and true, of course. So in Laser AI, we have ready-to-use models, trained or pre-specified and prepared data. And what's important, your data that are implemented into Laser are not used to train models for other customers. I mean, your data is safe, so you don't have to worry about your data when you are entering like data extraction or any sensitive information. Whereas in general AI tools, models are trained on a mixture of licensed data, human-created data, and publicly. So according to the rule, trash in, trash out. In some cases, here is the dashboard for the data extraction form building. And here on the right side, you can see an example list of fields and matched models matched to them on the yellow fields. And of course, that's not the end of the list of fields, because we cover all the PICO elements. Also, we cover the toxicology models. So the list is still growing. And one more thing, according to models, that I want to say, that in a systematic review performed by general AI tools, the really important thing is prompting, because systematic review results are as good as your prompt. So it's really time consuming to perform the prompt that would cover all the topics. And that's the part of the prompt, the example prompt that users, that authors use to perform. So yeah, like I said, it's also problematic to create the prompt, and the prompt has to be suitable for the research question, and it's not generic, right? Next difference is workflow integration. Because in laser AI, we have coverage and control over entire pipeline from the screening to the quality check. And in general AI tools, there are no separated modules for a particular stage. And why it's important? Like, systematic reviews are not single task. They are they are somehow connected workflow. Yeah, so it can be it has to be connected one by one. And in the screenshots, you can see that we cover all the stages, because all the decisions are made on the TAP, next on the full text, and here is the final decision. Previously, we had the duplication and also the filtering possibilities. And the next difference is about the traceability. In general AI tools, you have only the history of chat. So it's not easy to go back and check your decisions. For example, when you are you have discussion with someone after a period of time, why this record was excluded or included. Whereas in laser, we have we can log every decision, and we support the transparency. Yeah, so we can go back to every decision, every comment, and every moment of the particular reference. And the next difference is collaboration and the management of the team across the project and across the organization. So laser enables team to work on the same project with roles and shared resources. So you have your own organization, and you can manage your users across this organization. So for example, on the screenshot, we have the example projects. So we have 3-4 managers that they have wide range of permission. They can do more tasks in a project, and one researcher. And in other project, this person can be a manager or a viewer, or as you wish. And you can invite or remove people from the organization for particular project. It's really comfortable, right? And in case of general AI, that's rather solo assistant. You can't collaborate easily across the platform. Next, we have the security and compliance. Laser AI emphasize enterprise-grade security, and general AI lacks built-in compliance for regulated fields unless heavily supplemented by custom processes. So you don't have to be afraid of your sensitive data. And next is data reuse. And that's really helpful because across the projects, a lot of information is repeating, like, for example, data extraction templates or instructions for the screening, or for example, keywords for inclusion or exclusion. And in laser, we designed laser to reuse the data to save your time. So we, as the screenshot present, we prepared for you a batch of generic templates and vocabularies that you can use or customize in your organization, or you can create your own and then reuse them across the projects. And in case of general AI, it's rather creating materials de novo. And the last but not least, it's support, because on the screenshot, there is a huge variety of help options, starting from the knowledge base, ending for our support, research and development team. So we are aware that sometimes it's hard to use laser AI in an hour, yeah. But we are happy to help to set up your project and to answer your question. And general AI, there is a lack of the methodological support regarding the systematic review and their proper implementing in laser. And talking about the difference, I want to highlight the philosophy that we have, because maybe we are not against AI because we call ourselves laser AI, but we believe that AI is responsible for making decision, but human is the person that judge. Yeah, so AI can support systematic reviews, but AI should never replace human judgment. Yeah, so systematic reviews are ultimately about accountability, and researchers must be able to explain and justify their choices. So that's why we follow the human in the loop philosophy, because also probably you noticed that general AI are a bit authoritative, even when it's wrong. From my experience, for example, general AI suggests a lot of systematic reviews or examples that seems really, really real, whereas there is no existing systematic reviews or publications on specific topics, and general AI like ChatGPT provides wrong links to articles, even though he seems really that he's saying true, right? And laser AI is proposing. In laser AI, AI is proposing and human is validating. Of course, you don't have to do it. Everything, for example, in case of data extraction, can be accepted, but that's your own responsibility that you believe AI and you accept all of its suggestions. And the human is responsible for judging this decision. And I won't be saying about each stage of the process, but you can see that we support each of the stage with this human in the loop approach. For example, in case of the duplication, AI detects and flags potential duplicate records and group them into batches, like really probable that this is the duplicate, or really low probability, with really low probability, and human check these records, these batches, according to the time, to needs, and the human is responsible for making a final decision if it's duplicate or not, according to type of review. Yeah? If it's quick, rapid review, you can accept it automatically. If it's systematic review, you can verify the particular batches on your own. Also, laser is FAIR, and FAIR is an acronym, and it's an acronym for findable, accessible, interoperable, and reusable. And FAIR refers to applying the FAIR principles to artificial intelligence system and the data. Laser AI operationalizes FAIR, so it's findable because the unstructured scientific literature are turned into structured metadata that can be later found by humans and by machines. Next, it's accessible, but because it provides authenticated access to evidence and extracted data. It's interoperable because grounds AI extraction into ontologies. So we try to implement as much vocabulary as we can, because the data in the vocabularies are structured and they are semantically consistent. And finally, it's reusable because the output produced So it's suitable for downstream analysis and so on. And I know that I said a lot of things against ChatGPT and other general AI tools, but we believe that it's not the fact that we can't use ChatGPT, right? Because ChatGPT, from my perspective, and probably from your perspective too, is also really helpful tool. And it's really helpful tool, especially for this more creative data, like initial brainstorming of the research question, explaining some concepts that you are not accustomed, or drafting text and writing summaries. And on the right, there is an example that let's assume that I'm a PhD researcher. I'm preparing for a PhD and I want to perform systematic review on specific topic related to myelofibrosis, which is rare disease. And ChatGPT suggested me some ideas, and I can talk with him, and that's really this communication. It's really helpful to clarify your for example research question. So why not both? Why shouldn't we use both of the tools for different things? Why shouldn't we use laser AI for these more crucial steps, more dangerous, let's say, like reference management, deduplication, screening, or extraction, and general AI for these more creative tasks like brainstorming, looking for knowledge graphs, developing screening instructions, and summarizing findings? That's the question that I want to leave for you to think about. And thank you for your patience. And now I pass my voice to Kirsty. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Evelina, for that discussion about how general AI can be used for systematic reviews, but how maybe using another tool that is best suited for that function might be a better option. So having said that, I will now take us through a demonstration of laser AI. So now you can see that my screen is showing the home dashboard of laser AI. And here at the beginning, we can have a look at our libraries. So the libraries are these templates and vocabularies that Evelina spoke about, which allows the systematic reviews to be easily reproducible, so that teams can create these templates for one project, and if they're conducting similar projects in the future, they can just reuse these templates without having to develop them every single time. So I can quickly show you here that we have our templates for screening. So this is title and abstract screening as well as full text screening. And we also have our templates for data extraction. Within the title and abstract screening, we also have our highlights. So for keywords that we want to include and exclude from our projects, and I'll be able to show you what that looks like within the title and abstract screening stage. And then lastly, here we have the vocabularies to make sure that the data that we're referencing and speaking about is semantically consistent throughout the project and throughout multiple projects within laser AI. So from here, we can also create a new project. And when doing so, we can either follow the standard and regulated workflow of a systematic review, so to include the title and abstract screening, the full text screening, and the data extraction. Or you can also customize this workflow if you're conducting maybe different types of literature reviews. They don't have to be as regulated as a systematic review. So from here, I am going to hop into a home dashboard of one of my projects. So in this home dashboard, I can see the project description. I'm also a manager in this project, so I can manage my references as well as my team members. I can see the different stages as well as the progress of those stages. I can also see my tasks as if I was a researcher that I will be able to access through here. But I also have access to project management tasks because I am a manager. And speaking of the team management, so Laser AI enables teams and team members to work on the same project within structured roles. And here I can see my team and I would be able to add new team members to this project. And I'm also able to change the roles within my team. So in this example, our roles are manager, senior researcher, researcher, librarian, and visitor. And each of these roles have different tasks and permissions that are available to them. So you can really control the access of your project as well as what users are able to do within your project. So once we have some team members, we can then head into our reference management. So the references are all of the articles, papers, and studies that are relevant to your project. And in this example, I have 184 references, but we do have some clients that make use of tens of thousands of references at a time. So Laser AI is happy with the higher workload as well. And here you can see my references, and I can also see the decisions that have been made against these references. I can click into them to better see the decisions that were made, the extraction that has occurred, as well as the history of this reference and the decisions that we made there. So this makes it extremely transparent for the references and how they were used within a project. We're able to maintain the audit trails. It logs every decision that was made, and this supports a transparent review of within this project. From the references as well, we can conduct our deduplication. So as Evelina mentioned, the AI ranks these duplicates according to its confidence level. So whether it believes it's very confident that this is a possible duplicate, all the way down to low and mixed confidence. Here I'm able to see the initial reference listed at the top, as well as the possible duplicates beneath it. I'm also able to go into my focus mode, so I can easily see the data that the AI is flagging as exact matches here. And then I'm able to confirm all of these. So I can accept the AI's decisions here, and then it would remove the duplicates from my project. From here as well, as Evelina mentioned, the AI can generate references from PDFs that don't have a reference. So here in this example, I have a PDF that doesn't have a reference, and I'm able to ask the AI to generate this reference for me. So it will pull the title and the abstract, as well as all of the authors here. So once we have a few references, we can then move over into title and abstract screening. So this is the manager's overview of this stage. As a manager, I'm able to see the progress of the stage. I can see how my different team members are performing. Within Laser AI, in the initial setup of this stage, you can choose between double or single screening. In this example, I have gone for double screening. and I can set up my title and abstract screening instructions. So these instructions are fully customizable, however you wish to conduct your title and abstract screening. And again, they can be saved as a template for future use. In this example, I'm mainly focusing on my exclusion reasons, being study type, population, and intervention. And if I click in here, you can see that I have written some instructions for my researchers on how to conduct or how to make use of this exclusion reason. And then in the green, I have my positive highlights. So these are keywords that I would like to include within my project. And then in the red, I have my negative highlights. So keywords that I'm looking to exclude from my review. And these again can be saved for future use. The green and red colorization can also be customized because we do have some clients that struggle to differentiate between the two colors. And we can also make use of the wildcard feature. So here, if we mark a keyword with an asterisk, the tool will look out for other words that share a common core to the selected keyword that we have chosen here. So once we've set up our title and abstract screening, we can also set up our distribution. So at the moment, I have 123 references that have not been assigned for title and abstract screening. I can assign all of these or a subset of this amount. And there's a few ways that we can do this. We can either do this proportionally. So here I can select which researchers will receive these tasks, and the tasks will be equally divided among the researchers. Or I can choose to individualize this. So again, I can choose who will receive the tasks, but I can also change the amount of tasks that will be assigned to these researchers. So if people's availabilities differ, or maybe a senior researcher can take on a higher caseload, we can make those changes here. Or we can choose to just make it an open pool. So this will allow researchers to randomly gather title and abstract screening tasks when they choose to do so. So they'll be able to pick up tasks whenever they are ready. And then lastly here, we have the conflict management. So as the manager, I'm able to see these conflicts, but what I can also do is automate this conflict resolution. So I can choose to either, if the researchers disagree whether a reference should be included or excluded, I can choose to either be resolved by a senior researcher or a manager, or I can choose to resolve according to status. So should it always be included or should it always be excluded? Or if both researchers agree that the reference should be excluded, but the exclusion reasons differ, again, I can choose to either resolve it by the managers or senior researchers, or I can choose to resolve it according to the hierarchy of exclusion reasons. So here I have my list of exclusion reasons, which I can then prioritize, and then the tool will work down this hierarchy when excluding the references. What this now looks like to the researchers, I can head over into my tasks, and my tasks are divided by the different screening stages. The title and abstract screening, full text screening, and the data extraction. So here I'm going to hop into the title and abstract screening. So listed down in the middle for me are all of the references assigned to me for full text screening. And you'll notice that those highlights are available to me. And I can start my screening here by making use of the buttons at the bottom of the screen. So I can click whether I'd like to include or exclude for the different exclusion reasons. Or I can make use of the hotkeys on my keyboard. So I can press A, 1, 2, or 3 to also conduct my screening. And here I can also turn on the AI ranking. So here the AI will start to learn from the decisions that I am making according to the highlights that I have created. And then it will reprioritize this list for me to show me the references that are most likely to be included at the top. I can also filter my references. So here on the left-hand side, I have a number of filters available to me. And one way that I can use this is, say, for example, I know I don't want to include any references that mention children. I can then select that negative keyword. It will then bring up those references that do mention children. I will be able to select all of these and then batch exclude them for the population reason. Lastly, within title and abstract screening, I wanted to show you the focus mode. So the focus mode basically just brings up that title and abstract for me in the middle here, and I'm able to conduct my screening here on the right-hand side. And when I make a decision here, the next reference will become available within this view, so I can choose to conduct all of my title and abstract screening within the focus mode if I wish to do so. On the left-hand side, I'm able to see my bibliographic data. I'm also able to explore my reference list. I can pull up my screening instructions if I need a refresher in this view. And I'm also able to customize my display settings, again, just to make it easier for myself to conduct screening. So from the title and abstract screening, we can then move over into the full text screening. And this is the manager's overview of this stage. So again, I can see the progress of the stage. I can see if there are any conflicts that need to be resolved. I can also set up my distribution. I can also, again, set up my full text screening instructions, which are fully customizable and can be saved as a template for future use. But most importantly, with the full text screening, the full PDFs need to be available within Laser AI. So we have two main ways that we can upload PDFs into the tool. The first is just by simply uploading them. We have made this a little bit easier by generating a list of references that are missing their PDFs. So you'll be able to download this list as either a RIS or a CSV file, search for the missing PDFs outside of Laser AI, and then upload them into the tool. Laser AI will then be able to match those PDFs to the existing references. Or if I allow for the distribution of references without their PDFs, then the researchers will be able to assist me in finding those PDFs. And I can again show you what this looks like to the researcher. So again, just heading into my tasks and into the full text screening to be screened. So listed down in the middle for me are, again, the references assigned to me for full text screening. But you'll notice at the bottom here that the buttons for full text screening aren't available. I do have to go into my focus mode to conduct my full text screening. And in this example, I don't have a PDF. So what I can do is click on my PDF attachments here on the left-hand side. And we've partnered with both OpenAlex and Article Galaxy. So if the PDF is open access, I can click this button here, which will immediately find the PDF for me, which I'll be then able to download and then upload it into Laser AI. Or if the PDF is behind a paywall, we've partnered with Article Galaxy. And in a similar fashion, I'm able to click this button, which will take me immediately to then Article Galaxy, which I'll be then able to purchase the PDF there and upload it into Laser AI. But if I do have a PDF, this is what it would look like. So I have my PDF brought up for me in the middle here, and I can conduct my screening here on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side, I'm able to pull up my bibliographic data. Here we also have a AI-generated table of contents. So this is just basically making use of the headings found within the PDF. I can also search this PDF for any search term that I like. I can explore my reference list as well as pull up my screening instructions, again, if I need a refresher. So from the full text screening, we can then move over into data extraction. And this is the manager's overview of this stage. So again, I can see the progress of the stage. Within data extraction, we can also set up quality assurance. This will reassign a reference that has already undergone data extraction to another researcher, and that researcher will then be able to double check to make sure that the extraction has occurred correctly. But most importantly, in this stage is where we set up our data extraction form. So normally at the end of a review, you can be left with a table that contains all of your extracted data. And here is basically where we are developing that table. So again, these tables can be saved as a template. We also have a number of templates that we have created that you're able to customize to best suit your needs, or you can start from scratch to build your own data extraction form. The forms are also based off of Excel sheets. So like an Excel sheet, I have my tabs, sections, and fields. So in this data extraction form, my tabs are the study characteristics, intervention, population outcome, as well as my risk of bias. Underneath that, I have my different sections. So study details, study arm, population, baseline characteristics, outcome, as well as the different domains for the risk of bias. And then within each section, I have my different fields. In Laser AI, we have two types of fields. So we have free text fields. So when you're conducting your data extraction, you can type within the field just to complete it. Or we have a vocabulary field. So on the right-hand side, you can see the preview of what my data extraction form is going to look like. And by blinding, it is a drop-down menu because this is a vocabulary field. If I click on this field, it will open up in the middle here for me. So you can see which vocabulary set I'm using, or you can also just add any terms you would like to for your vocabulary. And then I'm able to complete this field by clicking on the drop-down and then choosing the data that I would like to input into this field. You can also see here we have the fields that we're hoping to extract data for. And then highlighted in the yellow is the AI models that we have developed to assist us in pulling different information out of the PDFs. So these models are ready to use. You don't have to be an expert in AI prompt generation to make use of these models. They've already been created for you. And they've been trained on pre-specified prepared data. They're not trained on any of our clients' data at all. And I can show you again what this looks like to the researchers. So if I head into my tasks and then down to the data extraction, and I open my focus mode. So here I have my PDF pulled up for me in the middle here. And then on the right-hand side, I have my data extraction form with my different tabs. And if I click into my tabs here, you can see I have my fields, and then the text highlighted in yellow is the information that the AI has found for me. So what I can do is click on a specific field. It will then jump to the relevant space that the AI has found this information, and I'm able to accept or reject the AI suggestion. So this is very much human in the loop AI. The AI is only providing suggestions. Any final say is still left up to the researchers. If there was, for example, you would like to rather fill out a field manually, you can choose to do so. Or what we like to suggest is to make a connection. So you highlight the relevant text within the PDF, and then you can click this plus button here, which will then add it into the data extraction form for you. This makes it easier for researchers conducting quality assurance after you, as they are able to click through the fields and then see where you've extracted that information. And then they'll be able to agree or disagree with you there. We can also extract from tables. So if I scroll down here, we have a table speaking about the baseline characteristics. So the AI is able to recognize this as a table, and I can then click to extract this. And I basically just need to tell the AI where to extract this information form into. So here we have baseline characteristics, and I'm able to then just assist with the mapping here, and the AI will then be able to extract that information for me as well. So once we have completed some of our data extraction, we'll then be able to find it within the results section. So here within the extraction summary, I can see the information that has already been extracted. I can choose here between a simplified or statistical format. Statistical is best used if you were to be exporting this information from Laser AI and then uploading it into a tool to assist with your analysis. I am then able to filter this if I was looking for a specific author or a specific title of a paper. I'm able to also pick and choose which fields I would like to include within my data extraction. This also includes highlights and comments that are made by the researchers. And then I'm able to extract this either as a CSV file or as an Excel sheet. And then finally, we have the Prisma diagram editor. So this once again makes sure that there is adequate documentation, auditability, and traceability of our systematic review. So as you are making your decisions whether to include or to exclude references, this has been automatically updated for you. And you are also able to then export this as an image file. So that is our demonstration of Laser AI today. Oh, it seems that we have a number of questions, which is fantastic. And some of them have already been answered within the chat. Okay, great. So the first question we have here, Evelina, if you can assist me, is could ChatGPT replace screening or data extraction if the prompts were well designed?
So that's partially connected with my part of presentation. And I think that not reliably, because large language models can miss some information or introduce bias, and there's no like built-in verification module. So I believe that ChatGPT cannot replace especially data extraction without losing this reliability.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. And then we have another question here. Can Laser AI support identifying and organizing relevant research to inform ETD framework domains, or is it scope limited to evidence profile generation?
So Laser AI in general is designed to perform any kind of reviews, let's say, but not only reviews. All the type of reviews that gather data and are important, like designed to make some conclusions. So also for rapid reviews, for horizon scanning, for other types of gathering data. So it can be somehow helpful, but its main design is for different kind of reviews, right?
Mm-hmm. Definitely, it can be used for multiple different types. Next question we have here is, do regulators or journals accept results produced with laser AI? So yes, we do have a number of publications on our website that have already been published and accepted by different journals. So yes, laser AI is already in use. It has been accepted and is used by a wide variety of different clients as well. So yes, it is accepted. Next question we have here is, using laser AI risky for research integrity?
No, if I may answer. Yeah, I don't think so, because the research integrity is in danger when AI is using without verification, without any assessment. And as I said, we implement this human in the loop approach, and it keeps this research integrity. So the decisions are transparent, because in any time you can go back and check, review, and reproduce it. So that's why I believe it doesn't make any danger for research integrity.
Okay, fantastic. We here have a question for AI generated references, for example, providing a bibliographic citation for a PDF without information. Can you provide an example of such a document? I don't have anything on hand that I think would best suit this sort of example. But if you're interested to see how laser AI can handle that type of information or PDFs, please feel free to reach out to me via my email, and we can set up a personalized demonstration for you regarding that. We also have a question about the bulk PDFs. So it is possible to bulk upload PDFs into Laser AI if you already have them available. Then you can upload them into Laser AI, and then the tool can match those to the existing references. If you're speaking about that search functionality, at the moment that is like a one-by-one, one-on-one case. So when the researcher is looking for those PDFs. But again, if you would like to see a more in-depth demo of Laser AI, please feel free to reach out to me. Okay, I just want to see, we have a few minutes left. I believe I showed how Laser AI can assist with handling disagreements between reviewers. But again, if you would like to see that again, feel free to schedule another demonstration. And here a question: during the testing and validation, what is the largest number of references that your AI tool successfully progressed within a systematic review workflow? I know it's in the tens of thousands, Evelina. Do you know off the top of your head?
I can't say the exact number, but we personally tested the 20 thousands of references, and it worked. But I'm not sure was the upper limit.
I do know it's the sorry, the review that I'm thinking of is one that we actually have published on our website. So maybe if our kind tech support can just put the link for the publications into the chat, you'll be able to find it within there. I think it's called Drinking from a Fire Hose, something along those lines. And then also in there, you'll be able to see our validating of laser AI and the metrics of accuracy within those publications as well. So I think those are two questions. Yes.
Yeah, I see the question that was asked twice, so maybe that I asked once, but maybe I will ask once again. Can a person be design visitor without being an authorized user of Laser AI? Someone outside the subscriber. I lost it. But in general, yes, there's no problem to invite anyone outside your organization. I mean, you can invite anyone, for example, from outside company. The only thing is to start to have the account on the on Laser and to set up that he or she is a visitor. So there's no problem to let someone see the details of the project. Of course, the visitor has the lowest rate of permission, so they can't see a lot of things across the project. But in general, there's no problem.
Yes, well, thank you so much. I apologize. That is the end of our hour here. There were a few questions that we didn't get to, but if you're more than welcome to email your questions directly to me or to info@Laser AI or to support@Laser AI, and we'll happily answer them again for you. So sorry about that we've run out of time, but thank you so much for your time today and spending it with us here at Laser AI. And thank you so much, Evelina, for your presentation.
Yeah. Thank you.